Well, good morning, everyone. And this is Reverend Stacy speaking to you from our sanctuary here at St. Charles Episcopal Church in St. Charles. Yesterday, on December 12th, we elected the 13th Bishop of Chicago. Our bishop-elect is the Reverend Canon Paula Clark, and I have here with me some delegates from our congregation, and they wanted to share their impressions and experience of being a delegate to the electing convention that was online with all of you. So I'm going to flip the screen around and have them introduce themselves, and then I'll have each one of them speak in turn. So let's start with you, young man.
Yes, I'm Ron Francis. I was a youth delegate for the St. Charles Episcopal Church.
Okay.
I certainly had a lot of fun with this election. It was definitely a little surreal, as you might have figured out at this point, like being bishop for a diocese online, but it's one of the more holy things I've done in my time in the church so far. So I'm very glad to participate.
Well, wonderful. And you were actually not just, you were from our church, but you were a delegate of youth across the diocese. There were only a handful of you, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And then...
I'm Lowe. I was a lay delegate.
Uh-huh.
And back in last January, I volunteered to be a lay delegate because I knew that I would be going to the walkabouts with Steve. And we went to the Zoom sessions instead.
Right.
And this was my second time being part of a process of electing the new bishop. I wasn't a delegate when Bishop Lee was selected, but I was part of going to the walkabouts and also part of going down for the election convention with Steve. But I didn't get to vote that time.
All right. And any thoughts from yesterday?
It was interesting, as they usually are. It was really sort of nice that the music in between the votes and looking at the churches, the candidates, interesting selection of candidates, and I do believe that we have the right person for our diocese at this time.
Wonderful.
Deacon Steve Lowe, this is my second convention. The first one was the in-person one that Leela mentioned, where I was a clergy delegate when we elected Bishop Jeff Lee. And between the votes, you always have waiting, okay? And it is different to kind of wait in your family room waiting for the next ballot to come up, you know. But it was, like Lila said, I think the Spirit moved amongst the people of the diocese, and I do believe, like Lila, we have the right person for this diocese at this time.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Cathy Hakonen, and I was a lay delegate yesterday. I really enjoyed the whole process. I went to lots of meetings online beforehand to get to know the delegates. I really enjoyed watching the sermons that we shared amongst ourselves. And yesterday I thought I would be like bored between votes and I would get up and walk around, but I was pretty much glued to my seat.
Right.
It was really interesting to watch. This is the first time I've ever done this. And I hope I don't have to do it again for a long time. But I would certainly do it again and recommend it. It was an awesome experience.
Yes, indeed it was. It was interesting. I was, of course, there as a clergy delegate as well. And by there, I mean at my dining room table. And Rowan was on the other side of the dining room table, and we were trying to keep our computers running and have all the programs going we needed to participate. But it was exciting to be there, and I really felt the Spirit of God moving across Zoom, which was so interesting, and really enjoyed all the variety of music and prayers and voices that we were able to hear throughout the diocese. So big shout out to Greg Milliken from Grace New Lenox, who helped organize all that. Such a joy to be able to see people from across the diocese offering their prayers and praise for this moment. Really was a unifying moment. So if you haven't tried Zoom to get together with your church people yet, what are you waiting for? If we can elect a bishop online, you certainly can make a meaningful connection with your brothers and sisters in Christ online here at St. Charles. So thank you to all of our delegates. Thank you also to Jan Hoffman, who is not here present, but she was one of our delegates as well. And thank you to Kristen Madden and Jim Bachman, who had offered themselves, as well as Oscar Francis, as alternate delegates, and they faithfully went to the candidate conversations and participated in our discernment here as a congregation as well. So blessings to you. We are so grateful to God for you, Bishop Paula. If you happen to be watching, Bishop-elect Paula, you're not a bishop yet, but we look forward to celebrating with you here at St. Charles Episcopal Church. Bye-bye.